welcome back to another video by Motel Coach. Today we're looking at GuestPoint PMS and we're going to work on posting charges and taking payments in a room account. Let's get started in our first example. We've got the guest in room 8, Smith. We're going to open that one up. And Mr. Smith is on arrival for today. So let's have a quick look at his room account. And you can see that no posts or payments have been put onto his account yet. So on a guest room account in GuestPoint PMS, you've got two types of postings. You've got charges and you've got payments. Charges are the costs of items at your motel. So you can see here we've got a booking value of $300 and the guest is there for 2 nights. So their nightly room charge is $150. We then need to balance that room charge amount of $300 with a corresponding payment. So we would then charge a payment for $300. So if we then save this down, let's now see what happens once we check in the guest Smith. So we're going to just do an instant check-in. And you'll see the symbol here, the green circle. That indicates that the guest is checked in. And you can see under the legend, checked in is shown here. Let's close the legend down. Go back into our booking and we can see if we go into our room account, the first night room charge has been posted. So the booking value of $300 is the same and the account balance is now $150. The departure balance is $300. This will remain the same until we take a payment. So if I was to take a payment now, let's now have a look at what happens to the departure balance when we take a payment. So in GuestPoint, each motel has the option of setting the surcharge amount for each payment type. So when you put on a surcharge, as the case here is 2.95%, it will automatically create an additional charge with the payment card, and it will also create a corresponding post for that surcharge amount. So I'll show you that in the room account now once we post this payment. So if we go $150 and our surcharge is 2.95%, you've got that $4.42 in there. So automatically the payment method will charge the current account balance. So because we've just checked the guest in, they've only got an account balance of $150. We want to take the total amount for their stay. So we're going to put in $300 and you can see that it's automatically recalculated the 2.95% credit card surcharge. So we're going to charge the American Express card now. So you can see that the payment has now been processed. So if we go back to our account balance, we can see that our account balance has now gone from $150 to minus $150. That's because we have one more room night to be posted. When you roll over the system for the next day, that next room charge will be posted and it will bring this guest account to zero. So if we now look at the posts and payments on the room, so we've got one room charge. So this is one room night has been posted on the account. We've taken payment for the full stay for the 2 room nights for the $300. We've taken a payment for $8.85 as a credit card surcharge. And we've then balanced that credit card payment surcharge fee with a post. So as I've mentioned, the room charges get posted automatically. The first night will get posted on the day of check-in, and then every day that you roll over the system, the next night will be posted. So you can see here that by the time Tim Smith checks out, their departure balance will be 0. So I could post another room charge on this account now and check out the guest, and they would be checked out with a 0 balance. Imagine now that the guest has added breakfast and it wasn't included in their rate, and they've spent $20. We can add the entry, and you can see that now their departure balance is $20. So at the time of checkout or during their breakfast, you would want to charge this additional cost, and that would then bring that back to 0 on the departure balance. So let's take another payment, and let's put this one down as cash. And we can save that one now. So as I mentioned earlier as well, when you're taking a payment, the amount suggested in the payment section will always reflect your current account balance. So if you have an account balance of minus $150, it will suggest a refund of $150. As the next room charge gets posted, this will return to 0. Often when you've got a larger group or you've got a longer stay with a lot of posts and sometimes some refunds and reverse charges, an account might get a bit complicated. So we can select the summary button, and it's something that I really like to do. It really simplifies the account so that you can understand it. So let's click that summary, and you can see that your American Express payments have been consolidated into one. Your room charge has been consolidated into one. Your cash payment has been consolidated into one. Because this is a very simple room account, it hasn't consolidated very much. But if you had 10 different American Express payments on a room and 30 room charges, you might find that this really helps to simplify the room account. We're going to jump into a real life example now. The guest has come back to reception and we've charged the wrong card. They wanted the American Express card just as a guarantee card, and they want to be charged on their corporate Visa card. So we're going to refund their American Express card, and we're going to remove the credit card surcharge post here. Let's now process a American Express refund. So we're going to click Make Payment, and where we would normally take the payment, we're going to put a minus amount, and we're going to go $308.85, and then we're going to click Refund American Express and enter the credit card details. We'll close that one just for the example, and close this one and click yes. So once we've refunded the $300 and the $885, we would also need to just reverse the post for the surcharge. So we can reverse this one here. And then that will just be the $308.85 would be removed from the account. And then once we've reversed that account, we can then take the payment with the next method of payment. So we can go MasterCard. We're going to put in 300 again. You can see that the credit card surcharge is 1.75. It's a bit less for MasterCard. And we're going to charge the MasterCard. So this will change the payment method for this guest from American Express to MasterCard. Whenever you're processing a refund with a guest, please explain to them that once you've processed it on your end, it will then be dependent on the bank's processing time. Sometimes between different banks, you can have an extended period for a refund process. It's coming time now for Tim to check out, and he's said that his company don't want to see any breakfast or meal charges on their room account. They're paying for it with their corporate card, and they just want to see a clean invoice showing room charges. For this, we need to transfer the breakfast charge to a different account. So we can click New Split Account. Tim Smith's stay is coming to a close, and he's requested that his breakfast charges be charged on a separate account. He wants his room account charges to go to his company and his breakfast to be on his personal account. So what we can do here is we can add his company. So Mr. Smith works for Meredith Lines. We're going to enter that one in and save. Go back into the reservation. And under the room account, you've now got Meredith Lines in the company account. So we can transfer some charges. We're going to select all, and then we're going to untick breakfast and cash, and we can transfer it to Meredith Lines. So now you've just got the breakfast and the cash on Tim Smith's personal account. You will notice that the surcharge is posted here. This is a zero balance. This has been removed off the account, so we don't need to transfer this. And when it comes time to provide Tim Smith a tax invoice, so let's print him a tax invoice, you'll notice that zeroed out transactions where a surcharge has been originally charged and then a refund for that surcharge has been processed, it won't show up on a tax invoice. Let's close that one down. And if we go back to select account and we click Meredith Lines, and you can see there that they've got the room charge to date and they've got the payment for the room as well. Let's look at one last room account scenario where two guests have booked a twin room and they want to pay for 50% of the stay each. So let's create a reservation. We've got our guest Tim Smith again. He's just going to stay for one night. We're going to save that down. And we're going to go to contact details and put in a new person. And we're going to put James Stevens. And we're going to add person. So under the room account section, you've got the two accounts. So if we take a payment, And for 50% of the cost, so you've now got a booking value of $150. The account balance is at minus $75. So as we've talked about previously, once you check in the guest, the room charge for $150 will be processed into the room account. So if we then make another payment, and we can do this one on James Stevens' account because they want a tax invoice each for half the stay so that they can claim it back with their company. I'm going to charge that one. So now you can see that the account balance is minus $150 and the departure balance is $0. So let's check in the guest. So that's going to post the room charge for the night. So you've got the booking value of $150, the account balance is $0, and the departure balance is $0. So if we go into room account, so the $150 has been posted just to Tim Smith's account. So we can split this item into two amounts. So if you put 75, it will automatically create the 75 for the second account. And we can transfer this into another room. So now if you look at the tax invoice, you've got $75 he's paid and the $221 as a surcharge and the American Express payment. If we go to James Stevens' room, and you'll find the same thing. He's got the 75 and then the surcharge and the American Express payment. Thank you very much for watching. That's all from our Motel Coach lesson today. If you found this training helpful, hit subscribe and turn on the bell for more lessons. If you have any questions about the room account and GuestPoint PMS, drop a comment and we'll get back to you.